Okay, so today it's going to be another recipe for overnight oats. I do often have people ask me, how do you get your hair so long and, how does it grow so quickly? And I have to admit, even from a young age, I would notice that my hair did grow, quite a lot. And I thought, oh, well, actually, let's look at my diet and see, what I do eat. I think it's definitely better now, though, than it was when I was, 19, 20. But yeah, there are lots of things that I do now try and incorporate into my diet. And I also suffer from eczema, which I get on my hands. But every now and again, I do notice, especially in the winter time, it gets very, very dry. So I try and look for other foods that I know have lots of maybe minerals and good fatty acids that, won't only just promote hair growth, but also protect my sensitive scalp. So I thought I'd just run through some of the sort of key ingredients that I'm going to use to hopefully make your hair look nice and healthy. So we're going to start off with tahini, which is basically ground down sesame seeds. And this is great. It's full of lots of healthy fats, including vitamins, minerals, and the vitamin E in here really helps if you've got dry hair. So yeah, it promotes sort of moisture in your hair. Next, we have got blueberries. For me, I always think this is a bit of a superfood. So not only do they promote hair growth, but they're really good for your blood circulation, especially your scalp. And apparently it's actually been proven that blueberries can help with the aging of hair, which hopefully I haven't got to worry about just at the minute. And then we're going to finish off using some apples. Again, this is great for hair growth, but they also contain vitamin A, B, and C. So let's get on and make these oats. Okay, so today we're actually going to whiz everything up. So just make sure that you've got some kind of blender. And before I use most of my fruit, I tend to soak it in water, just to get rid of anything that might be on the outside. So I'm just going to put about half a cup of blueberries. Yes, I know that's quite a lot, but I do love my blueberries. About half a cup. I'm going to fill pretty much just covering the blueberries and then leave for about 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, so whilst they're soaking, let's get on with the apple. So the apple I already soaked beforehand, so I'm just going to chop it up a little bit smaller. And as you can see, I've already put some oats just in the bottom of that. Now I'm just going to put all the apple in. And now milk. So I've been using oat milk for a while now, but I was still looking on the ingredients and I was like, I'm still not sure what some of those ingredients are. When I've looked them up, they haven't sounded particularly great. So I was still looking for something that was even more natural. And can you believe it? I think I actually found this in Lidl. And the ingredients for this, if I can find it, is right on the back. It just says water and oats. When I read that, I thought, okay, am I going to now try it and it's just going to be disgusting? But actually, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Still tastes pretty damn good. I mean, if you drink cups of tea or anything, it's probably not that type of milk to use. But for making smoothies and putting on cereal or oats or anything like that, it's absolutely fine. So I'm going to just cover the apple there. And now I think these have been soaking long enough, so I'm just going to drain these off. And pop the blueberries in. And now the tahini. Now obviously you'll be able to see in the top there that it will separate and you'll have the oil on top. That's not a problem. I just tend to mix it in a little bit before I get a teaspoon. Put 1 teaspoon in and then 1 more. Quite a nice generous amount. I love the taste of tahini, but for some people it's actually quite strong. It's a very strange texture. So before you do that, you might want to just test yourself and see if you're going to like it. Add a little bit of sweetness. So I've just got some maple syrup here. And it's great because I get my maple syrup from Lidl as well, so it's only about, I think it's about £2.70 or something. And most people will know if you go to any other supermarket, it's very expensive. It can be like £5 to £6, which I think is quite a lot. But if you want a half decent one, then Lidl, it's just fine. Okay, now we're going to whiz all of that up. You can already see what a really, really lovely colour that is. I mean, it pretty much looks like a smoothie, but the longer you leave it, the thicker it will actually become overnight. And perhaps don't do it up too tightly. So now I always do a bit of a taste test. You just want to make sure that it's going to be okay. That's pretty good. As I said, with the tahini, it can be quite a strong taste, so you really want to get the balance of sweetness right. And with the blueberries and that little bit of maple syrup, that I think is just right. Okay. Now for me, I can see little lumps of apple, and I'm going to keep that in there. I think it just adds a little bit of texture to my oats. And there we go. It looks like a very, very sort of thick smoothie, but as I said, overnight it will soak in a bit more and become slightly thicker. Okay, I'm going to put that in the fridge overnight and we'll see what it looks like in the morning.